Well, I'm Elizabeth.
And I'm Elizabeth.
And welcome to
There's Something Wrong with the Elizabeths.
How did smiling, emoting the smiling emotion, how did that work for you?
I'm still doing it.
Yeah?
My face hurts, and I'm almost hesitant to stop. I will say a couple things. Let me see if I can stop. Oh, because I've been smiling for an hour and a half.
Yeah, she really was. I mean,
I commit.
She does.
That's to be said about both of us. We commit.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I committed too. You can't really tell what this is, but I'll tell you in a second.
It hurts to smile. So I will say, especially at the beginning, it made it harder to concentrate. Like, I realized I hadn't made any notes for a little while. I was really not picking up on things. Smiling, forcing myself to emote in a way that I was not feeling, made it hard to concentrate. However, toward the end, it got really fucking easy. And I will say, I only did it for an hour and a half. Gene is supposedly have been doing it his whole life, and he sucks at it. So
he sucks. He can't do it at all.
Like at all. Even the brief amount of time he's supposed to do it for his job, he can't do it.
It really is hard to sympathize with him when it's like, just make the mad face.
Yeah. So, but smiling the whole time helped. It helped bring me back from the brink because I was really approaching a little bit of a breakdown the last viewing. I will say I need to lean away from how much I hate high five because it's getting ugly.
Yeah, it's turning you into someone else. It is getting kind of ugly. Like, she's just really tearing him apart at any moment.
I hate high five.
And you also don't really like James Corden, and
No.
it's just kind of becoming a whole thing.
Yeah.
Which we've discussed off character. You're right.
Or off camera.
Or off
We're
camera.
always in character.
Yeah. Yeah, we've discussed off camera, and you're right, and everybody who hates him is right. It has been for a while.
It's just he's in too many things.
We're oversaturated with James Corden, and he is often like he's not adding a whole lot of good.
No.
He's just kind of in it, and it's not good.
I didn't tell you the worst thing.
Oh, tell me.
Okay, so the worst thing, because he's in every musical now. It's required, and it's painful. Like, it really draws me out of musicals now because he's just in every single one of them.
And he's just like James Corden.
He's James Corden.
Yeah.
So in this, Amazon did like a retelling of Cinderella, but it was like old-fashioned Cinderella until it wasn't. But James Corden is in it. He's one of the mice that gets turned into a footman.
Okay.
And it's very clearly added later on. Like, he voices a mouse, but like, and she talks to the mice, but she can't hear them talk back. Like, it's very clear that someone added in the mice voiceover and added in the scenes with the mice as humans because they're not really in anything else. They talk about how great it is to have what they call a front tail and to urinate through their front tail.
Oh.
They talk about how great it is.
People.
Yeah, to pee through their front tail.
You know, rats have penises too.
Yeah, rats and mice have penises. I don't get it. But so I had to watch James Corden talk about how great it was to urinate through a penis. And I'm done.
And I'll say I have not seen as much. Like, I didn't watch Into the Woods because I love Into the Woods, and I heard it was bad, and I just I love that musical so much. So it's just like, I don't know that I can, and I haven't seen that. And I don't really watch his show. So there's a lot of like, yes, we're all very oversaturated, but I myself have avoided a lot. I just have a hard time hating him because, to me, James Corden has big theater kid energy.
Which is fair.
And theater kids, yeah, you love to hate them. They suck and they're annoying. But they're theater kids. They're underdogs. Everybody hates them. And it's just hard. Like, I just have a lot of like, aw, look at those crazy kids. You know, and he made it. He's a theater kid that made it. A lot of like famous actors were never theater kids. And you can tell. And it shows. Harrison Ford was never a theater kid.
Like Bruce Willis.
Bruce Willis was never a theater kid, and it shows.
I wonder if that kind of ties back into the movie, because theater kids have big emotions and share their big emotions.
Yes.
A lot.
They do.
Lizzie, how did you spend this viewing?
So I spent this viewing also committing to a goal. I counted every single joke because we've talked about it, this movie
There's
has
a
a
lot.
lot of jokes, and I was very liberal with my definition of a joke. I used, visual gags. I counted as jokes. There are a lot of like little jokes in the background, and I counted them as jokes, and a lot of like throwaway lines. But I counted all of that, and there are 285 jokes for a 90-minute film. Which averages out to 3 jokes a minute, which should be great. I mean, I haven't sat down and counted all of them, but like that's Simpsons movie level. And the Simpsons movie is one of those. I know Simpsons sucks now, but like the movie is just that like one joke every like 20 seconds. It's really, I mean, it is dead on, and most of those jokes, unlike this movie, really land. But yeah, for a film that has 285 jokes. I've only just started laughing at that one cactus joke, and man, it gets me every time now.
I started laughing before it happened.
I was like,
it was coming. She's like, that joke is coming.
It was gonna be so good.
My one joke is coming.
I love that cactus joke, man. Why do you pick that cactus? I don't know. It's good. I'm getting dumber.
It's okay. It's okay. I fight myself from laughing at the joke where he like eats the candy corn that he just threw up.
Don't you do it.
Don't you? It's just the timing is really good.
It is good timing.
I will say there's actually a joke in the trailer that's not in the movie, or it's like the way it's cut, and it's funnier in the trailer. And it's when when they're at the firewall and Gene is getting like blown up by the firewall, and when High Five is listing off the names, they cut it so that every time he says a name, Gene gets blasted. So it's like, is it Rebecca? Karen, and it's the rhythm of it is a little funnier than like this other one that they're doing.
No, this is interesting. Anything? We've got some time before our next guests arrive.
We do.
Did you want to take a quiz or something from the book?
Yes, I've got a couple. Let's do our emoji pop first.
Yeah.
I will say, I think smiling the whole time really did affect my ability to find positive things, because I've been making little smiley faces for my like emoji pops, and I have 3 this time, and that's fair. I'm only gonna pick like one. But yeah, I thought it was really good. I think the one I liked a lot was sort of a subversion of a trope when he goes like he's at the bar, the sinking ship. That's what they call it in the book, but it's not in the movie, which is funny. SYNC.
It's different in the book.
It's different in the book. I almost bought the junior novelization of this movie, and I think I might now.
Yeah.
Because those historically are done off of an early version of the script, which is why a lot of them have like different things. So I might buy it and read it.
I'd love to read it with you. Can you read it to me?
Sure.
Okay.
I'll come over and tuck you in and brush your hair.
Yes.
And read you the Emoji Movie junior novelization. But anyway, they're in the sinking ship, and they go up to the Trojan horse bartender, who I also really like that it's a Trojan horse bartender, and he's got like little Trojan soldiers in his back. It's cute. And High Five, who I need to stop hating. He's doing a great job. High Five goes up and he goes, I'm looking for some hack Daniels, maybe some cheese and hackers. And the Trojan horse looks at him and he goes, I wrote it down. You're trying to find a hacker? You can just ask, you know. And I just like that like subversion of the trope instead of being like, oh yeah, no, I'll get you some cheese and hackers. They're behind the store over here. Like we can't do it in front of everyone. It's like, you could just say, I need a hacker.
Yeah, we're in the
piracy, sinking ship.
The sinking ship.
But I like the subversion of that trope. Just ask, you weirdo.
Yeah.
So maybe I like someone else being mean to High Five.
Yes.
That could be
is
it
also
too.
Fun.
How about you? What was your emoji pop?
So I literally didn't write down anything because I was just like, was that a joke? That was a joke. Okay. Not laughing at any of them. So I took, there was one from an earlier viewing that I wrote down, and I like, now her voice changes a little bit, just like it's subtle, but I feel like when we first meet Smiler, she has a little bit of an accent, and for a second, like, my heart is so excited because she sounds a lot like the hormone monstress there. For just a second, I can pretend that I'm watching something else But also on top of that, I just think Maya Rudolph does a really good job with her performance here. Yeah, I think she does a good job. You can tell that like she is smiling while she's acting this out. Like she's probably really committing to it. I think she does a good job, which for movies like this, she probably didn't have to. She was going to get paid either way.
Yeah.
And they would have picked her anyway because she has a distinctive voice. And so nothing matters in this world. But there are still people who put in effort. And that's good.
Speaking of people that put in effort, from the director's commentary, they talk about like, oh, this scene was ad-libbed. Oh, this person ad-libbed this scene. This other thing was ad-libbed. It's like, what did the script look like?
Yeah.
How much do they actually write? Or how much do they just be like, hey, Maya Rudolph, here's like a guideline, go. And just put trust in these people.
Yeah.
God. Words aren't cool. Maybe that's why they didn't write
Words aren't cool.
They say that in the movie, and we've taken it to heart.
Yeah.
It is. In Showgirls, we had, this isn't my first boat show. In Lady in the Water, we had babies on the half tip. And now we have words aren't cool.
Words aren't cool.
So if we made like, something wrong with the Elizabeth's branded t-shirts, that would be the emoji one. Yes, let's play a game. Okay, we are going to find out who would be your best emoji bud?
Oh, okay.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to write my answer. You have to write your answers because we're going to both find out. Okay, because we're not sharing this time. Okay. How would you describe your best friend? A, funny and lovable. B, energetic and goofy. C, smart and determined. D, a big softie. Okay. Pick the activity that best describes how you'd like to spend your Saturday. A, hanging out with family and friends. B, learning some new dance moves. C, programming a new computer game. D, working on an extra credit assignment to make my teacher happy. 3, what is your biggest dream? A, to be able to be myself no matter what. B, to be everyone's favorite person. C, to have my own apartment. D, to win over Smiler. You
have my own apartment or win over. Okay. You know, whatever.
I mean.
Okay.
4, do you care about being popular? A, meh, I care more about true friendship. B, absolutely, it's my biggest priority. C, no, go away, I am very busy. D, I am very popular, but I try not to let it get to my head. 5, how loyal would you say you are? A, very. I put my friends' happiness ahead of mine. B, I'm loyal when it really matters. C, I do my own thing, but I'm there for my friends when they need me. D, I'm just flush with loyalty. Did you make your choices?
What's the difference between A and D?
Very, I put my friends' happiness ahead of mine. D, I'm just flush with loyalty. I don't know. Use your heart. Let your heart guide you.
All right.
Tap into your feelings and your emotions like we've been learning for this movie.
I thought that was the beginning of the question.
When you tap into your feelings and emotions.
Yeah.
No. All right. Do you have mostly A's, B's, C's, or D's?
A's.
I do as well.
Okay.
And that means that our best friend is, do you want to guess who it is?
God. Is it Jean?
It's Jean!
Okay.
We would be options with Jean. You are loyal and sincere. You and Jean would be true blue friends.
I mean, that's kind of the best case scenario. What are the other options? Jailbreak,
high five, and poop.
Yeah. I don't want to hang out with these people, but Jean, I think would be the
I'd hang out with
one.
I'd hang out with Jailbreak because I feel like she'd sit there and like. Well, I feel like I could read a book. She'd be on her computer.
That's true.
We'd just be quiet. It'd be fine.
Yeah. And she's not gonna get mad at me because I'm not a boy.
So, just like this movie, this book had a ton of space to fill. And my favorite thing they did is really big. And let me find it. Okay. It is this much. Okay. So this much of the book, which is a good majority of it, is basically telling you, it's rating different emojis from a scale of 1 to 5 stars with no explanation as to why. And then what would happen if you paired it with another emoji, like what that would mean. Which is great because Addie sends Alex a shy face and a snowboarder. And I want to know what that means, and it's not in the book. I looked. But so I'm going to read you some of these if I pair them with things.
Yeah.
And I want you to guess what they are. I already read you one.
You did, and it scared
was
me.
cheese and eggplant.
Oh, it was cheese and eggplant. I thought there was a parrot involved.
No, cheese and eggplant. What does that mean?
Oh, cutting strong, farty eggs, bad smelling eggs.
I was thinking dick cheese.
Yeah. I'm not expecting dick cheese
Dick
to be
cheese
in that
is not in
book.
here, but it should be. It was eggplant parmesan.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's just...
It's real
That's
stupid.
not a pun. I thought it was going to be like a... Okay, or like a message.
Okay.
Why would you need to communicate eggplant parmesan to somebody?
This one I already read. Ears paired with monkey. I've got a secret. Cool. Someone got paid to write this, which is super wonderful.
We had to fill from pages 39
it was pages 39 to pages 78.
78.
And there's 4 of them per page, and they described the emoji. Lipstick, a close personal friend of Lips. Lipstick really knows how to make her mark. Usefulness 1 star. But it's in Alex's commonly used ones.
Yeah,
don't get it. Do not get it. Old lady paired with high five. You get.
Granny high five. Granny. Old. I don't know.
Bye, Felicia.
Oh, right. Because
Yeah.
they say it in the movie. Not because that's a thing that someone would think.
No.
Okay.
Peace sign paired with alien. You get.
Peace out of this world.
We came in peace.
We came in peace.
Yeah, we came in peace. So you get the point. I'm not going to go through all of it. We get the point. Just, yeah, someone was paid to write
and you
the
bought
most
it.
of this. And
You paid them.
I got it on eBay.
Yeah, no, I mean, I appreciate that you did that.
I lied to someone on eBay to try and get something else for cheaper, and it didn't work. So I wanted to get, there's like emoji.
So chaotic.
I am. I'm chaotic good, and she's not uncomfortable with it a lot. There were little emoji plushes, and I wanted to give them to our guest stars if they wanted an emoji plush. And it was specifically from the movie, but they were like $15. And I was like, and then the seller said they had 10 of them, like 10 sets. I'm like, you want to move these, right? So you have the option of like sending an offer. So I sent an offer of like $12, and I said like, please, my mom said I can pick something, but only if it's like this much plus shipping.
Oh my god.
They didn't take my offer. They don't want children to be happy.
No, they don't. And neither does this movie.
No.
So it's on brand.
So we've got a little bit of time before our people come. I think we are going to end the video because we obviously don't want to pad too much. We could show off our dance moves or play Candy Crush to kind of pad for time, but we're not going to.
No.
Because we're better than that.
Yeah.
But Lizzie, is there anything that you're going to do between our next video between our next viewing or during our next viewing to try and maintain some sanity? Because I will say, historically, 7th and 8th viewings have not been good for us.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
And we're so early in the night.
Oh man. Well, we've got new guests coming. I feel
Which
like
is
that's
helpful.
always a little bit of an well, no, we've gone crazy in front of guests before.
Actually, both times we've had crying breakdowns in front of guests. But I will say it was also later.
Yeah.
It was usually closer to like 1 a.m.
I don't know. At some point, I want to really follow Alex and his story, and I want to know as much as I can about Alex.
I think that might have to do without guests.
Yeah, I want to do that just us. So I'm just gonna watch it. I'm just gonna. What are you gonna do? Are you thinking you're gonna do anything?
No, I think I'm probably gonna have a breakdown.
What are you gonna do not have a breakdown? I'm just gonna have a breakdown.
I mean, I told you I wasn't gonna run from it.
Yeah.
And I feel like I have kind of been running from it. With the smiling.
Oh. Yeah, we have. I don't know about. I mean, I feel like you have too, but I'll speak just for myself. I have been up and moving around more during this these 12 hours of this movie than with Showgirls or Lady in the Water. With both of those, especially Showgirls, I was very respectful to what we were doing and didn't want to go pee, didn't want to I'm running to the bathroom. And this time
I feel like we've been good about bathroom breaks though.
We haven't really
but
I
been
also
doing that
there was a time I think I was getting something from the kitchen or whatever. And you're like, do you want to pause it? And I was like,
no,
God, I don't. So, but I was really this was the most focused I've been was this viewing because
you were counting.
I was counting all of the jokes.
You know what I will say? If we make it to 10 viewings, because we're about to go into the 8th. If we make it to 10 viewings and we haven't had a breakdown, you know what I think we should do? We should have another one silent.
Oh yeah.
Just to fuck with ourselves.
Just to fuck with ourselves. I mean, here's the thing about this movie. Is that it's hard to feel anything with this movie. It just is.
Yeah.
This is not, as much as it's about emotions and expression, it's just really, it is just a masterclass in apathy and
it's a masterclass in no
capitalism.
Consequences.
Yeah.
There's never really any consequences.
None. You'll have tension for half a second, and then they're like, it's fine, it's nothing. And so it really just, I don't know, maybe it's also, I started Zoloft, so I'm on meds this time. I don't know.
You're not very meh.
I don't feel anything with this movie.
No, you're not alone in that, and I'm not on anything. I will say, a really great example of how, and I mean, I feel like they keep saying, we don't want to make fun of Gene for having emotions, but every time Gene is scared, he is then mocked for being scared. Or anytime he's confused, he's mocked for being confused. And my favorite, and you watch it happen in real time, is when there's an app coming toward him and Jailbreak, and you can watch both of their faces. She's like, it's gonna hit, and then when she realizes it's not, she's like, oh, it's not gonna hit. And then when she realizes he's still scared, she's like, what's wrong with you? And it happens like that. I mean, it's under 3 seconds. I mean, it's really fast. And she goes from scared to not scared to what's wrong with you for being scared?
Yeah, she's an asshole.
Yeah, but I mean, everyone just is completely Gene, why would you be scared? Why would you be confused?
He's in a new environment.
Yeah, he's never been.
Yeah.
Or High Five, and I think WeChat is much more of Chinese company, which I think is probably why they included it, because then it'd be big in China. But WeChat is something we're not familiar with. And so there's a part where High Five is there's stickers. Get with the program, Gene.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
It's you're being mean to him for not understanding, but I have not been explained
I know I'm a million years
appropriately.
Old, but maybe your movie should appeal to I don't anybody. Yeah. All right. So we got no plan for sanity.
No plan for sanity.
That's what we've learned.
I want it. I want that breakdown. I'm ready for it.
It's the Martin Van Buren viewing, baby. Number 8.
Woo!